He was the youngest to rule the ring, feared by all, admired by few, but his journey was more than just punches. It was a battle with himself, a fight against destiny. Mike Tyson, a name that echoes in the world of boxing. The story of Tyson is not just about the punches, the titles, or the scandals. It's about the rise of a young boy from Brooklyn who defied all odds to become the most feared man in the ring. Tyson's journey is a saga of triumph, tragedy, and ultimately, redemption. Let's take a closer look at the life of one of boxing's most iconic and controversial figures. Born on June 30th, 1966, in the tough streets of Brooklyn, New York, Tyson's early life was anything but easy. Raised in poverty, his mother, Lorna, struggled to provide for him. His father was absent, and his neighborhood was rife with crime. Tyson got involved in petty crimes at a young age, finding himself in trouble with the law by the age of 12. But fate had different plans. It was during his time in a juvenile detention center that Tyson's life took a turn. There, he met a man who would change everything, Cus D'Amato. Cus, a legendary boxing trainer, saw Tyson's raw potential. Under his mentorship, Tyson learned to channel his anger into the sport of boxing. He quickly developed a fierce fighting style, known for his aggressive approach and knockout power. Cus became a father figure to Tyson, teaching him discipline and instilling in him the belief that he could be the best. At just 18 years old, Tyson made his professional boxing debut. It wasn't long before he started knocking out opponents in the first round, displaying a ferocity and speed that was unmatched. By 20, Tyson made history by becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in the world, after defeating Trevor Berbick in 1986. His rise was meteoric, and his style, blistering speed, relentless aggression, made him a nightmare for his opponents. Tyson's early victories cemented his place in boxing history. His power was devastating, his style unparalleled. Victories over fighters like Larry Holmes and Michael Spinks further solidified his reputation. With each victory, Tyson became a global sensation. He wasn't just a boxer, he was a phenomenon. His rapid ascent was watched by millions, and Tyson became the face of boxing in the late 80s. Tyson's prime years in the late 80s were nothing short of legendary. He became the undisputed heavyweight champion, unifying the WBC, WBA, and IBF titles. His reign in the boxing world was unchallenged. Tyson's bouts were short, brutal affairs, and he dominated his opponents with shocking speed and power. He made history as the youngest boxer to hold the undisputed heavyweight title, and his name became synonymous with fear. But Tyson's greatness was not just in his boxing skills. His presence in the ring was magnetic, a force of nature that captivated millions. The world watched as he defeated some of the sport's biggest names, including Larry Holmes, Tony Tubbs, and Michael Spinks, each victory more impressive than the last. Tyson seemed unstoppable. He was on top of the world, a boxing machine, crushing every opponent that came his way. But, as with many great champions, Tyson's life outside the ring began to unravel. His relationship with his mentor, Cus D'Amato, was cut short when Cus passed away in 1985, leaving Tyson vulnerable. His personal life became chaotic. Tyson married actress Robin Givens, but the relationship was tumultuous, and they divorced in 1989. As his personal struggles grew, Tyson's focus in the ring began to slip. The first major incident that shocked the world came in 1991, when Tyson was convicted of rape and sentenced to 6 years in prison. His career, which had seemed invincible, was now in ruins. Tyson's time behind bars marked the beginning of a dark period for him. But even during his time in prison, Tyson's story wasn't over. He vowed to return to boxing and reclaim his legacy. Then, in 1997, Tyson's career took another blow. During a highly anticipated rematch against Evander Holyfield, Tyson bit off a portion of Holyfield's ear, an act that shocked the boxing world. The incident led to Tyson being disqualified and banned for a time. His fall from grace seemed complete. From world champion to a controversial figure, Tyson's life was now marked by scandal and misfortune. After serving time in prison, Tyson made his comeback to boxing in 1995. But the Tyson who returned was a different man. While his power and aggression were still formidable, he was no longer the unstoppable force of his prime. Tyson's comeback fights were marked with mixed results. He had moments of brilliance, but also faced significant losses. Fights against Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, and others showed the changing landscape of boxing. Tyson, though still a fierce competitor, was now fighting against the realities of age, personal demons, and an evolving sport. His decline seemed inevitable, but Tyson continued to fight, not just for titles, but for redemption. After his final fight in 2005, Tyson retired from boxing, but his journey didn't end there. Tyson's story took a remarkable turn as he embraced his past mistakes and sought redemption. He openly discussed his battles with mental health, addiction, and his troubled past. In 2012, Tyson appeared in his one-man show, Mike Tyson, Undisputed Truth, where he laid bare his struggles and his journey toward personal growth. Tyson also ventured into acting, appearing in movies like The Hangover, and even launching a podcast. He began to rebuild his image, focusing on his personal growth rather than his past mistakes. Tyson's transformation into a man seeking peace and redemption resonated with many. Today, Mike Tyson is not just remembered as a boxing legend, but as a symbol of resilience. Someone who fell hard, but got back up, time and time again. Tyson's story is far from just a tale of a boxer. It is a testament to the power of redemption, the strength of the human spirit, and the ability to rise from even the darkest of places.